Hey YouTube, Felix here with a Let's Play of Deus Ex. This is a 10-year-old game. Well, actually, it might be 11 years. I believe it was first released in 1999 by Eidos and Ironstorm, and then re-released in 2000 as a Game of the Year edition. Now, this game was awarded Best PC Game of all time, and I know that you cannot see the Deus Ex thing at the bottom there. That's because this game it's so old that it does not support widescreen properly. Meaning that in order to do widescreen, I have to cut off part of this logo, which is unfortunate. But the game runs just fine, so you'll have to deal with that. So yes, it won Best PC Game of all time. I'm not sure if that would still hold up. Personally, it does for me. It also won multiple Game of the Year awards. So I'm just setting up my character here. I want computers upgraded, because if you don't have at least trained, I'm going to turn that music for a minute. If you don't have at least trained computer skills, you cannot hack computers, and therefore you have to find the passwords until you upgrade the skill, and that's difficult. It's doable on the first level, but as you get farther into the game, it becomes more and more challenging. I've actually never tried playing the game without it, so actually it might be interesting, but I don't feel like it. Electronics. This is multi-tools. I don't really care. I have played the game so many times that I know where all the multi-tools in the game are, so I'm never really at a short, so I'm just going to leave that untrained. I upgrade it later. Environmental training, unfortunately, one of my least favorite skills, and I never upgrade it unless I have extra skill points, which is very rare. It only has like 1 or 2, maybe 3, even remotely useful uses throughout the entire game, which it's just impractical to upgrade that. Lockpicking, same with electronics. I know where all the lockpicks are, so I usually don't run out, but I will upgrade it later in the game. Medicine, I have not, personally, I don't think that upgrading this past trained really helps very much, because if you get shot, just find a med bot, or later in the, halfway through the game you get the recharging AUG, well at least I do, and so you don't even really need medkits anymore. I carry them around because I think, they're nice to have, because in this game they instantly heal you, so that's kind of a bonus. Swimming, the most useless skill in the game. If you go in the water, you are not going to find almost anything worth taking, so it's a complete waste of a skill, and who cares if it takes you a little bit longer to swim somewhere. The only spot where you ever really start to take damage is in the very first level when you swim down to the freighter, which is sunken, which you'll see, which is, even then, that's debatably important. Demolition skill, that's throwing grenades. Useless, unless you have extremely bad aim. Weapons heavy, that, arguably, yes, it is worth upgrading over time, because having masterful heavy weapons allows you to run full speed with a large weapon, so a flamethrower or a GEP gun or a plasma rifle out. You can run just as fast as you normally can. That's, kind of helpful. I don't really use the big guns unless I'm stationary. I don't like the flamethrower, and I really don't like the plasma rifle. It's one of my least favorite weapons. And the rocket launcher, I do carry that from the very beginning of the game, but if you're going to use a rocket launcher, you're probably going to be standing still, so it's not really that big of a deal. Weapons low tech. I will upgrade this. I do like the baton and the riot prod. They're my favorite 2 weapons, with the exception of the sniper rifle. Mainly because I discovered them after my 4th playthrough of this game, and realized that low-tech weapons are extremely powerful if you know what you're doing. Weapon pistol, I'm actually going to downgrade this because there's a glitch in this game, and when you start the game this will automatically go back to trained. Don't know why. So go ahead and untrain it, and then you'll get more skill points to use here, and pistols will become trained when you start the game anyways. Weapons rifle, I'm going to upgrade that once, not that I need it, but I will later. Oh, wait a minute. No, I forgot. Okay, downgrade that. I'm going to upgrade low-tech again. This way I can knock most people out in one hit. Weapons rifle I'll upgrade later after I get 175 more skill points. Yeah, anyway, so I've got 1,400 left. I could spend them, but I'm not going to. Just save them and use them later in the game. So, sit back and enjoy the intro. I'll turn the sound up a little bit for you.
Your appointment to FEMA should be finalized within the week. I've already discussed the matter with the senator.
I take it he was agreeable.
He didn't really have a choice.
Has he been infected?
Oh yes. Most certainly. When I mentioned that we could put him on the priority list for the ambrosia vaccine, he was so willing it was almost pathetic.
This plague, the rioting is intensifying to the point where we may not be able to contain it.
Why contain it? Let it spill over into the schools and churches. Let the bodies pile up in the streets. In the end, they'll beg us to save them.
I've received reports of armed attacks on shipments. There's not enough vaccine to go around, and the underclasses are starting to get desperate.
Of course they're desperate. They can smell their death, and the sound they'll make rattling their cage will serve as a warning to the rest.
I hope you're not underestimating the problem. The others may not go as quietly as you think. Intelligence indicates they're behind the problems in Paris.
A bunch of pretentious old men playing at running the world. But the world left them behind long ago. We are the future.
We have other problems.
UNATCO?
Formed by executive order after the terrorist strike on the statue. I have someone in place, though. I'm more concerned about Savage. He'd relocated to Vandenberg.
Our biochem corpus is far in advance of theirs, as is our electronic sentience. And their ethical inflexibility has allowed us to make progress in areas they refuse to consider.
The augmentation project?
Among other things, but I must admit that I have been somewhat disappointed in the performance of the primary unit.
The secondary unit should be online soon. It's currently undergoing preparation and will be operational within 6 months. My people will continue to report on its progress. If necessary, the primary will be terminated.
We've had to endure much, you and I, but soon it will order again. A new age. Aquinas spoke of the mythical city on the hill. Soon that city will be a reality, and we crown its kings. Not better than kings. Gods.
Oh, gotta love that intro. Always gets me pumped. So that was the intro cinematic to Deus Ex. Thanks for watching. Come back for part 2. If you have any changes that you'd like me to make to the recording style or the brightness or anything like that, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Come back for part 2. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.